Hello, who's there? Andre? Is that you? I can't hear you or see you.
Hello.
Oh, yes, now I can hear you.
Hi,
How are you?
Tiagi.
How are you, my friend?
uh, I installed other time Zoom. This application uh, ask permission to microphone.
That's
I
right.
can't. I don't.
Yes,
But
you.
I believe that now it's okay.
Yes, now I can hear you perfectly. So, long time no see you. How are you
Uh,
doing? How's your How's your practice?
Long time.
Have you been speaking a lot these days? Have you had the opportunity to practice your English?
I'm practicing every day. I'm practicing with the application Manrizi, here in the group. I study English. I like a lot.
Very nice. I'm gonna speak to you in a second, Mikeas. Another friend has just joined us. And are you planning to join us, Andre, in our next 6 weeks?
Okay.
This time we're gonna do it pretty shorter. Last time we did a 6 months, but I realized that we can make it more productive if we do it in a shorter time and more focused. So that's why I'm gonna try a new format this time.
I believe that's a good idea. Yeah, the new format. I am calculating. It's correct, calculating.
Well, now you would say calculating. I'm measuring or I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know what you wanted to say.
Calculating,
Yes. Well,
calculating.
it depends, no? Oh, what
Oh,
do you want
I'm
to say?
calculating my time.
I see. Well, no, you wouldn't say like that. You would say that you're organizing yourself to see if you have enough time. Very good. Let me just say hi to a few friends then. Hello, Bob. Can you hear us well?
Hello, well, I tried 10 minutes ago to get in, and it would not accept my entry. It wanted my password. I tried that. No, that didn't work. It wanted I tried my account number. That didn't work.
Hmm.
So I've, I finally got it. So that I'm here.
Excellent.
Hello.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, Bob.
So,
I'm
I'm gonna
looking forward to it.
very good. So I'm just welcoming everyone here, and I'd like to actually hear this friend here, Mikeas. How are you doing, sir?
Hello. All right. And you guys?
Very good. Where are you calling from today, Mikeas? I know, but our friends don't know, so just wanted to.
I'm living for a while at the Fiji Islands in the Pacific.
That's some miles away, isn't it? 15 hours ahead. Is that correct?
Yeah, 15 hours ahead, Brazil.
Wow. And what do you happen to be doing there, Mikeas?
I arrived in July here. I came for work in a call center, and I'm working in this call center here for Swiss Airlines. I can cancel flights, book a new flight, add like a special meal or service as a voucher or pets in cabin, things like this.
I see. So you do
But I
this.
work only with Portuguese and Spanish. I can't work with English yet because
Ah,
my level is not so high. I can keep a basic conversation, but when things go more serious, I can't.
I see what you mean.
And
So,
sometimes I can't understand the natives as well.
right. Well, we have our friend Bob here to try you out a bit with the good old American accent, isn't it, Bob?
That's right. It's very American. Is it Miguel? Is his name Miguel?
Yeah,
Hello?
you can call me Miguel. I use this name sometimes. It's Micaeus, but like for the Collins here, I use Miguel because it's easier.
I see. I see. Okay. You are Brazilian?
Yeah, I'm Brazilian.
Okay. From what state?
From Goiás. It's a
Oh, okay.
state. You know where is it?
I know where it is. I have never been there, but I know where it is.
Ah, okay.
I
And
am
you
in
were from?
Rio Grande do Sul.
Ah, you are gaúcho.
Yeah, well,
Almost.
I would like to say I am a gaúcho, yes.
I
Hello,
thought you was foreigner.
he's he's American Gaúcho.
But where you born?
I was born in the state of New Jersey in the United States.
Ah, okay. So for me, you are American because I think we are belong where we born, not from our parents have a nationality or from where you live most of the time. I
My
like to
first
think like this.
75 years in the United States.
Ah,
Here
okay,
now,
great.
Miguel, you can say that Bob have a good English.
Yes.
how are you,
Hi,
Andre?
Bob. Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you. It's a pleasure hear you.
Well, it's good to hear your voice too. I hear it on the group, but we don't talk very much, you and me. But this time maybe we can talk a little more.
Yes, here is possible talk a little bit.
So,
I like
It's very good.
Zoom very much.
very
On
nice.
Saturday morning, Brazil time, I speak with my very good friend for 35 years who lives in Japan. So we speak on Zoom.
Japan.
Did
Japan.
you actually speak Japanese with him, Bob, or did you go for the English?
He speaks English very well. And I try to speak Japanese. I know a few words of Japanese, but not very many.
So I was wondering, I wanted to ask this to Michael.
Japanese.
So Fiji Islands belongs to Japan, is that correct?
Sorry?
No,
It doesn't belong to Japan, so my mistake. Forget about it. Is it an independent country or the island, Fiji Island?
It's an independent republic. They was colonized by Britain and they just became independent 30 years ago, something like this.
Ah,
Or
okay.
40 years maybe.
Oh, I do apologize. I skipped that
So
class.
their English is official language here. Also, it's like Fijian and Hindi. Because when the British colonize here, they bring many Indians to work here, and almost half of the population here is Indian descendants.
yes, I know of one. He is very famous. He is a champion golf player. His name is
Ah,
V.J. Singh.
it's a Fijian.
I think he is native of Fiji. I think
Ah,
I don't believe he was born in India, but his name is Singh, Singh, and he is a champion golfer.
The Singh family is very famous here. Many people is Singh.
Uh-huh,
I
yes.
believe that have many accents here, no? There are many accents in English here.
Here in the group or here in
Oh,
Fiji?
sorry. Where you are?
Ah, yes. The Fijians natives, they speak different than the Indian descendants. The other immigrant countries like me or from other Pacific.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the connection speed is a bit
Yes.
slow right now. And I
Yes,
There are
see
delays.
that we have Vanya
There is.
with
yes.
us.
I'd like to introduce
Good
Vanya
evening, Vanya.
into our circle. Welcome, Vanya. Very nice to see you here.
Thanks, Shag. Hi, people. Miquel, Bob, Andrea.
Hello.
Hi, Vanya. Hello.
Very nice.
The beginning, I was shy.
Yeah, so you are in the right place. Don't need to feel shy. It's okay if you feel though. It's completely fine.
Where do you live, Vanya?
I don't understand.
Where?
Huh?
Where do you live? Where are you calling from?
Where I'm from?
Yes, where are you right now?
I don't understand.
Salvador, Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo, Espanha.
Okay. I'm in Rio. I born in Belém, but I live in Rio de Janeiro.
I see. You were born where?
Belém, Pará.
Belém. Okay, I understand.
Mhm.
Very nice. So
In
great
the
to
I
see
next,
you.
in the next 31.
I was born north of Belém in the United States.
In the next 31 December, all people here come Vania house.
Yeah?
Ah, São Francisco Xavier, near Maracanã, UERJ, Quinta da Boa Vista.
Oh, it's a good place.
Ah,
Near, one moment. I do. Mm, one moment.
I went to Maracanã. I went to Maracanã in 1973.
Oh,
I saw a game between Flamengo and Fluminense.
The famous Fla-Flu.
Fla-Flu.
So let me just round up a little bit.
I went
In,
to
in 1973, I'm born. I'm born in 1973.
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
I see.
July 8th.
I see. Yes, it was probably in July of 1973 that I went to see this game in Maracanã.
I didn't know you were into football,
Many
Bob.
years ago.
Well, did you ever see my name? The internet name is Gremista Bob.
Okay, there you go. So it's very nice. Sometimes it can be a bit chaotic because generally when we have a call with many people, we tend to take turns when we speak. And what I tend to do, I go around and mute everybody's microphone for the sake of organization. Because it does happen that when the lines cross, because of the distance that we are speaking from different parts of the world, in fact, it gets a bit, the delay, so it gets a bit funny. So it's hard to understand each other. But I just wanted to say that I'm very happy to see all of you here. I'm going to use 2 minutes of your time just to round up about my connection with each one of you. And then when it goes to your turn, maybe it would be nice to hear as well a little bit how you connected to us, to each one of us. So I'll start with the ones that I have met in person. And the only person here in this call that I have actually met is Vania. I went to Vania's house. Actually, Vania came to our house here in Minas Gerais. Herself and her boyfriend, Vinicius, a good friend of mine. And in fact, I have interviewed Vinicius for one of my podcasts. I think I don't remember which number podcast it was, but I'll send you the link later. And Vinicius is a very intelligent person. He's a very creative mind, and he makes you things into new paradigms, if you know what I'm talking about. He has always a fresh look into things, and I do appreciate to talk to Vinicius from time to time to upgrade my own ideas. So I happened to go to Vania's house when I was on my way to Portugal. Last July, I went to spend 10 days in Portugal, in the south of Portugal. I was there for a particular reason. I was there for a retreat. And then on the way to Portugal, I stayed one night at Vanya's house. So thank you again. Now I have the opportunity to thank you in public. And it was very nice that you hosted me at your place. So then, Andre, I met through our first group, and we have a new friend as well. Just joined us. I just see an iPhone name, but we'll get to him in a minute. So I met Andre in.
Hi, my name is.
Yes. Yes, please. Your name, sir?
My name is Mauricio.
Mauricio. Welcome, Mauricio. Very nice. Welcome to our call.
Thank you.
And we have also Serginho that has just joined us. Hello, Serginho. Very nice. So I'm just introducing a bit how I met each one of you, and some of you I haven't met yet. So yeah, Serginho, I actually is from my hometown. We went to school pretty much around the same time, and we hang around with the same friends. So I've known Serginho for a few years now. Andre, I met through our first English in the Pocket journey that we did last time. We did a 6-month learning journey, and it was great because then I happened to get to know a little bit about Andre. He will talk about himself if he wants, but I have to say that he's a chess champion. So we have a champion amongst us. So that's our good friend Andre there. And he's also a poet, by the way. And well, Bob, I actually met through the internet as well, through a workshop with, I didn't do the workshop, but I was dating the workshop, and it was about broadcasting yourself. And I must say that I have learned a lot with Mr. Brian about talking and recording videos and all this. And I have to say that English in the Pocket, it does come a lot from what Brian has taught me in those free classes, I must say. So I'm deeply grateful for those workshops. For those of you who haven't heard, the man has a channel called London Real, a very interesting channel that talks about different things. So that's my 2 minutes. I won't take longer. So I just have to say that after this call, we are in a 40-minute call only. After 40 minutes, Zoom will drop the call. And what I'll do, I will generate another call because I think we'll be short. And then I will send the link to the English in the Pocket group. So I'm just curious because I haven't met Mauricio yet. So Mauricio, how did you get here tonight?
Yeah, my name is Mauricio, and I am brother Andre.
I
Chess.
see. Very nice. And I can see 2 of you now.
My English is.
I don't understand.
No, because there are 2 windows. It's okay. Yeah, I can hear you well now.
I put in my PC. I think it is better.
Very good.
It's closing in smartphone. 1 minute, please.
It's okay now. If you want to leave it's fine
okay.
now. So where are you calling tonight,
Okay.
Mauricio?
Hi, Chagui.
And where are you tonight? Where are you calling from?
It's better. I'm from Cianorte, Paraná.
Okay, but are you in Paraná at this moment?
City? My city? Yes. Yes, Cianorte, my city.
And that's where you are now?
Paraná.
This is not. Está cortando.
Oh, the connection is cutting.
Repeat, please.
You are
Yes.
you are calling
Yes.
from Paraná tonight. You are in Paraná now.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes, this.
It's very good because in Paraná, talk Cianorte is good to talk words. Yeah, to go many words in English is like in Paraná. Cianorte, Porta.
The R, no? You mean? I think Americans have a very strong R.
word.
Don't they?
Yes, yes. Yes, it's like American pronunciation. Hi, Mauricio.
Hi, André. How are you? My connection is cut. It's terrible.
Yeah, our connection.
We can hear you very well.
Yeah, we can hear you well. It's true. So Vanya is saying something that she has some problems with the audio. Now, I understand that each one of us is in a different level and can express in different ways, and that's completely fine. So one thing I wanted to just reassure you, just use what you can, because nobody's here to judge you or to make fun of you or anything like this. This is a good opportunity that we can freely express ourselves if you feel like. And if you don't feel you have enough words to make up a sentence, completely fine. But it's important that you listen, that you're really absorbing every word that is being spoken here, because each one of us will speak in slightly different from each other. And nowadays, this concept of a right and wrong English is being looked at because the linguistics have realized that we have more people that are not native people, like English speakers, than we have native speakers in the world. I don't know if yeah, it came some delay here. So what I'm saying is there are more people in the world that are not from America or England or New Zealand, let's say, and the first countries that were colonized, that speak English than there are people from these countries and Canada as well. So they are starting to think about it, if there is such a standard model of English, or if that is no longer valid. So this is good news for us because they are even calling world Englishes. That means if you speak to a Brazilian person, a Brazilian will speak a Brazilian English, and that's okay. He doesn't need to sound like the American or like the British to have a good English, to be able to express himself fluently. And I was reading this article because I'm also doing a post-graduation course on translation. And I was very enthusiastic about this because it gives hope for us to take it easy on ourselves, because we have been educated that we need to sound perfect. We need to have good, if you want to speak English, you need to speak correctly. And it's okay up to an extent. But it comes to a point that we become excessively over judgmental about ourselves. We become we feel shy because we don't want to make mistakes. And making mistakes is a natural process of learning. Without mistakes, you can never get it right. That's kind of obvious, isn't it? So without mistakes, you can never get it right, because you need mistakes to overcome that. And Bob wants to say something.
I was just going to say that if you go to a country like United States with 300 million people, all of whom say they speak English, you will find many, many different ways of speaking English. You will think one speaks correctly and one does not speak correctly, but it's very much a mixture of dialects of English.
Interesting. That is so. And it comes to a point that even the grammar starts to get changed. If you go to India, they will create some sentences that it may sound funny, but for them it's completely fine and makes sense. I wouldn't have an example now from the top of my mind, but I was reading some very so-called funny, but funny because it's just not common the way I was taught, because I was taught, so to speak, according to the standard models, no, the American standard model, and then later on the British standard models. So, but anyway, if anybody would like to say something, we can just raise our hands. And I've got good news. We were in a 40-minute call, but Zoom has just granted us unlimited call as a free gift. So this is our lucky night. We don't need to finish this call and start another one.
Yeah. They did that with me one time. I was in just a call with 3 people, and it expired, and they gave me unlimited call because it was my first time.
I see. And what time is it now that you said again, Nikias? What time is it in Fiji Island now?
11:34 a.m. from Tuesday.
You are ready tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. And do you work in the afternoon?
I do night shift because I work for the European market and for Brazilian market as well. So now this week's I'm starting at 7 a.m. in Brazil until 4 p.m. to Brazil. Here is 10 p.m. till 7 a.m. here.
Okay.
So I'm waiting to go to sleep.
I see. So you haven't slept yet. You worked last night, and then you got home around what, 7 in the morning?
Yeah.
But you haven't slept.
No, I finish at 7. I get home around 8 in the morning. We took a lot of traffic because it's raining here. Here it's tropical country, but especially the capital where I am, it's like a London weather. So it's raining all the time, and in the mornings we have some traffic. And then I get home, I took a shower, I eat something, and now I need to sleep in a few minutes to go work again in the night.
I see. So you
Where is this country?
It's 3 hours flight from New Zealand, the biggest famous country. So we are close to Samoa, to Tonga, Vanuatu, New Caledonia. all these Pacific islands, but the famous near country I think is New Zealand or Australia. It's about 3 hours flight.
Okay, thank you.
And are you on a working visa, Michaelis?
Yeah, I have a working visa here
And how is it for Brazilians?
for 10 months.
Is it easy for Brazilians to
My
get like?
contract go till May.
Let's see.
Was easy, but they don't need much because we are like a team of 20 and 20 Brazilians divided by here and in Cape Town. I was looking to go to Cape Town to make a exchange and improve my English. Then I saw the opportunity of work here in a group of Brazilians in Cape Town. That's why I came to Fiji.
I see.
But for South Africa, it's very hard to get the work permit, and now they sent the Brazilians here because it's more easy to get the work permit.
If I want to visit as a tourist to Fiji, is it necessary to get a visa?
You have American passport?
Yes,
Only American?
yes.
For you, I'm sorry, I don't know if you need a visa. For Brazilians, we don't.
I'm thinking of getting a Brazilian passport.
We have flights to LA or yeah, I think we have a directly flight from Fiji to LA. Maybe this flight stops in Hawaii as well, but it's not so hard for you to come here from the how you call it, the East US?
Yes.
The East, right?
The West Coast.
California is in the East?
No, that's West.
California is in the west coast of the United
West. Okay, West. So from the west of US, you can take a directly flight to Fiji, I think.
Yeah. I have flown from California to Hawaii.
Have you been there in Hawaii?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just a few hours from Hawaii.
Yes.
Wow, amazing. The world is indeed round.
In my future plan,
Yes, indeed, it is.
Yes, André.
With many interesting people all over the planet.
in my future plan, I want to learning surfing. Hawaii, it's very good to surf.
We have not heard from Serginho.
Yes, Serginho.
Hey, Bob. Very good, very good. Hello.
Hi, Sergio.
People, I go out to, hi, how are you? Fine. And I can't, I go speaking a little words, a little think about it. Because I go out now, because I have to study by, I am very, very grateful about the everyone, okay? And I can and wait a good night for us. Okay, bye.
Thank
Bye,
you,
bye,
Sergio.
peoples.
Gente,
Bye,
boa
André, Bob, Tiagi. Bye.
Thanks a lot,
Big. Okay. A big.
Take care, man.
No, I think he's muted himself. So, yes,
Tiagui,
yes, sir.
Tiagui, please talk a little bit about the news 6 weeks,
Okay,
please.
yes, I shall. I actually prepared something that I wanted to show you this afternoon. I was here getting all ready and a bit nervous. The first, appearance in camera again, and I just wanted to make it neat, make it nice. So thanks for this opportunity, Andrea. Just wanted to say a few words about this and how I I believe more and more in this type of approach in which we learn with each other by and purely interacting with each other. In our society, it seems that learning has become something almost unnatural. They have turned learning process into a very complex achieving type of mechanism. When you look at meritocracy and all these approaches, there's some good to it. There's some good things about it. But what I'm trying to say is that when I say we, is like the whole education system has been programmed to achieve some goals, and that had to do with the social economical development of the status quo of our world. So it so happened that we needed to make people understand simple and direct objective tasks, and we needed to teach them how to be competent, how to learn how to obey, and we needed to make these instructions very clear so that another person could easily replicate the tasks. So we created a whole school system based on that, based on the idea that we needed to systematize the way that we do things. But unfortunately, we forgot a very important key essential point about us human beings, that we are not merely like brain machines. We are feeling beings. We feel things. We are emotive beings, emotional beings, I mean. And we also have something called creativity, which allows us to think in unexpected ways rather than just following a pattern. We can follow patterns, we can do repetition very well, but we can also think outside the box. We can surprise ourselves sometimes, and often when we do, we tend to get some sense of like aha, which I call the eureka moments. We have that kind of some kind of a rewarding response, that we feel good when we can think in different ways, and that's good for ourselves, and that's also good for our minds. So what I'm trying to say is that when we come to communication or learning a different language, the essence of that language is to establish a communication between someone and someone else, one to many or one to one. And that is the most important thing, that you can make your message come across, then the other person will understand, and not only by what you are speaking, but how you are presenting your message. Sometimes, you know, when we are not when we don't believe in our message, it seems like there is not we may say something, but it seems like the person who listens to is already feeling, I don't quite get the message that he's saying, because sometimes we are half-hearted about what we are saying. But when we are in one stream of thought, speaking the words and also thinking about what we are saying, it seems to become more clear to be understood. And this is a technique. This is a technique that we may learn naturally in life. As a child, when we learned how to speak a different language, well, we didn't think of it in terms of being different, or because that was our mother tongue. Like our mother was speaking Portuguese or English or whatever, and we were just absorbing that naturally. So by the age of 2, we start to speak. And when we start to speak, we already know the simple grammar structures of the language. We didn't have to understand the whole process, and the mother didn't have to say, so this is verb to be, this is present, when I'm going to talk about tomorrow, I will use future. She never had to do those things, because this is implicit in the language. Not only in the language, but in life. You were talking to somebody and the child says, I want ice cream. You say, no, not today, tomorrow. The child doesn't understand tomorrow, but she knows that's not right now. So then slowly, simply in the child's brain, they start to make associations. There is another time that is not now, that my mom says it's called tomorrow, and then that's when I'm getting the ice cream. So that's how amazingly we start to connect with all these time concepts. And we have another friend here with us as well, Marcos. Hello, Marcos. Welcome. Welcome to our call. Very good.
São Paulo. São Paulo.
Very good. Welcome from São Paulo.
Very good.
Very nice.
São Paulo.
And
thank you.
You're most
Tiago Das.
Yes, Bob.
There's another thing that happens in speaking, and it does in every language, I believe, and that is the tone of voice. That we learn the tone of voice when we speak something, and it can only be the name of the person. For example, Tiago Das. Tiago Das? Tiago Das. Tiago Das. Oh, Tiago Das. Notice the various ways in which I gave your name. And they all have something to do with what just happened. And that's something that I don't think you can teach anybody with a course in English or Portuguese or any other language. But you can learn it when you are with your friends and somebody does that.
That's right. We do get the texture of it, isn't it? And the texture is somehow transformed in some kind of emotion inside of us, you know. It may remind us of something like how my mother used to call me, and then I may react according to that, which is also very misleading sometimes, you know. But let me just welcome this friend. Hello, Marcos. I'm curious, how did you arrive here tonight, sir?
Hello, Thiago. Thiagi.
Hello.
Difficult to speak English and to learn. Very difficult to speak English.
You are doing very well, Marcos, I must say. You must have good ears. Very nice. And
Sí.
And where did you get the link for this call? Are you part of our English in the Pocket community group? The WhatsApp group? Are you part of the WhatsApp group?
Is the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group. But I too difficult to speak. No.
Welcome, Marcos. I too.
You see, you already have a friend.
Continue.
I went very to learn. Quero aprender.
And you are in the right place, I must say.
Well, to hear, is aprender.
You are here to learn English.
So, Thiago.
Yes, Vanya.
I usually to listen English with legends. So it's very difficult to talk and must to listen via web. It's much difficult, but I try to learn it.
Yes, Vanya, I hear you. We have sometimes some interference with the sounds, and also let alone also to get accustomed to the each one's waves of speaking. So I understand. It's in the beginning a bit more difficult than we think, but slowly we get somehow our ears start to adjust. And the most important thing I would say for us here is to really relax and let the words go in, because when you do that you start to make sense, and when you start to make sense your brain starts to filling the puzzle. It's like you were creating a picture in your mind of what the other person is speaking, and with time you get used to the way I speak, to the way Bob speaks, to the way Mauricio speaks, and to each one particular way of speaking, and it becomes more natural. When it comes to your turn of speaking, like the first time you said just a few words, but now you came a bit more forward, and that's the idea. Now, just carrying on, I was saying about the 6 weeks. What I'm intending to do during the 6 weeks, we are starting today. This is an open call. I just wanted to make an open call for everyone who wanted to join us. From tomorrow, I will be interacting in a few places with a small group of people who are enrolling in this journey. And I wanted to speak to you about this today quickly, if I may. And I wanted to show you my beautiful board. I don't know if you can see it well, but I will try to, not the guitar, here. Yes. I don't know if can you see it? It's okay? More or less. Can you see this board here?
Yes, good.
Okay, so
I can.
good. Okay, so basically this learning journey that
I can't see.
you can't see, but you can see. You're a joker, Andre.
I can't see.
I can see.
Very good. So, let me just, yeah, okay. So, basically, we are going to be interacting for the next 6 weeks. And these 6 weeks, we are going to be not only through video conference, but we are going to be using a few different tools. So first of all, what we need internet connection, that's obvious. And we don't need a mobile phone. We can have one, it's going to be helpful. But if you don't have one, it's okay. But it's important to have a laptop. It's possible also to use to do this journey only with a mobile phone. It's possible, but I prefer to use the laptop because the laptop or the computer, the desktop, shows you in a bigger screen, so you can actually, when I share the screen with you in a minute, I will show you. Then I can show you it's more convenient, it's more comfortable. Okay, so we have created this group here in Facebook, and that's where we are going to be sharing some materials like videos, articles, things to write that we can also use in Facebook. Now, I put here challenge number 1, challenge number 2. Andre knows what I'm talking about. In the past journey, we had like missions. It's like homework, but I like the word mission better because it gives you a sense of adventure. So you have challenges. You have throughout the 6 weeks, we have different challenges, desafios. So, for example, tonight at 9 o'clock, we are going to start our first challenge throughout Facebook. That there is there already in the group, the first challenge, and is about a TED Talk. Ok? Eu vou falando e speaking in English so you can understand what I'm talking about. Eu vou misturando um pouco as duas línguas agora para que vocês possam captar melhor do que eu estou dizendo. Através do Facebook, a gente vai ter esse grupo exclusivo que já está montado e hoje às 9 da noite já foi lançado o nosso primeiro desafio, First Challenge. Esse desafio, então, vão ser vários, vai consistir em algumas etapas que você vai, durante aquela semana, cumprir. Uma vez que a gente cumpre esse desafio, né? Next one, challenge number 2. And next one, challenge number 3. And these things we use hashtags. Então a gente vai usar as hashtags nesse grupo do Facebook, que é aquela forma de colocar o joguinho da velha e aparecer no que a gente está falando. Okay, we are using the Zoom. This is the application that we are using for the web conference, the video conference. But sometimes we're going to have group live sessions and sometimes private live sessions. So tonight is the 12th of November, is our number 1 live session, our group live session, number 1. We're going to have 4 live sessions in group on the 12th, 26th, the 10th, and the 21st of December. These are going to be our 4 group live sessions. Então vão ser quando a gente se encontra em grupo, a exemplo de hoje, e quando a gente vai estar, claro que no grupo de hoje, no dia de hoje, a gente está falando de assuntos variados e agora eu estou apresentando para vocês essa jornada, mas nos próximos encontros que a gente estiver fazendo em grupo, nós vamos já estar seguindo esse cronograma que vai estar sendo criado, não só através do grupo do Facebook, mas também dessa outra ferramenta que é o Google Classroom. Google Classroom is like a classroom, like in a school, is a virtual Classroom. So in Google Classroom, we can share our articles, do our homeworks, and also links to the podcasts. Podcasts são gravações em áudio que eu vou estar enviando para vocês. Semanalmente vai ter algum assunto, algum áudio, alguma mensagem que a gente vai estar ouvindo para depois produzir alguma coisa em cima. Algum material vai ser construído a partir de algo que a gente vai começar a compartilhar. Porque a essência é interagir sobre um conteúdo, interagir uns com os outros. Então a gente vai ter um assunto da semana ou de repente uma TED Talk, uma palestra no TED, a gente vai ter um artigo X, enfim, e aí a gente vai começar a produzir artigos, produzir comentários, produzir mensagens de áudio. Ah, mas como é que eu vou fazer isso se eu não sei a língua, se eu estou ainda com o vocabulário limitado? Bom, aí a gente entra aqui, the Private Live Sessions. Então, nós vamos ter 3 encontros privados, ou seja, eu e você apenas, porque também os horários das pessoas são muito diferentes. Nós vamos estar nessas 3 semanas, from the 19th to the 24th, to the 3rd, from the 3rd to the 8th, and from the 17th to the 20th. During this week, I'm going to have our private sessions. Então, durante essas semanas, eu vou estar, então, num encontro semanal com vocês, fazendo essa avaliação mais pessoal de acordo com as suas necessidades específicas, mas dentro desse contexto. Então, vejam bem, a gente tem pessoas aqui que já falam o intermediário avançado, tem pessoas que estão no básico, então pessoas que estão começando, estão no básico. Não importa. Quando a gente começa a trabalhar o que a gente chama de aprendizagem implícita, não importa o nível que você tem do conhecimento, enfim, importa se a gente está estabelecendo alguma conexão com o conteúdo ou não. Aí se você falar para mim, olha, Thiago, eu não estou interessado nessa palestra que você postou. Não, tudo bem. Então a gente vai discutir e vai achar um assunto que você tenha conexão. Porque se eu posso fazer a melhor aula do mundo, é o que hoje está sendo percebido nas escolas. Não adianta mais usar as mesmas lições de inglês, falar de Londres e falar lá da não sei das quantas em Nova York, se você não tem uma relação com esses assuntos. A gente não grava nenhuma palavra. Ou se grava, esquece. Ou seja, o principal é nós estabelecermos um emocionar com aquele conteúdo. A gente vai estar fazendo isso através de artigos, através de pequenos clips e gerar interatividade entre nós. Essa é o cerne dessa jornada de aprendizagem. Ok, so back here. Podcast. Podcast is a great way to get speaking. When you record a podcast, you can use your phone. You know, nowadays, everybody has a phone. Not everybody, but many people have phones these days. And a phone is an amazing tool for learning, because I can get this phone and I can go into audio recording, right? I'm gonna find here, where is it? Hold on. Anyway, somewhere. I can record myself and I will listen back. And when I listen back to myself, I will recognize if I'm speaking well, if I still sound a bit, not so good. And then we can improve by using this machine because we are listening back. So it's this effect of reflecting to ourselves. We need the reference. In the old days, we used to use the teacher. The teacher was our reference. The teacher would speak back to you. No, don't say like this, say like this. But nowadays, we can use the phone. Now, and you may say, if I listen to myself speaking wrong, I will carry on repeating it wrong. You are right. That's why we have each other. Então, como está dizendo, é muito importante o uso da tecnologia nesse momento, porque ela permite que a gente possa nos ver, no caso, nos ouvir. Uma vez que você comece a gravar mensagens de áudio no WhatsApp, você vai se ouvir. Isso vai criar uma referência para ti mesmo. É claro que se você falar com você mesmo, você não vai ter um sense of improvement. Você não vai sentir que você vai estar evoluindo, porque você não vai estar comparando com outras pessoas. E daí que entra, então, a minha curadoria. Você vai estar ouvindo referências corretas, ou, vamos dizer assim, aceitáveis, né? Que estava dizendo no começo que não existe mais tanto essa noção de certo ou errado no inglês. Mas existem sim palavras que, se você errar a cadência, se você falar uma cadência que não é usada, ninguém vai te entender. Se eu, por exemplo, falar para você, what's your name? What's your name? A pessoa vai falar, o quê? What? What's your name? Então, a cadência, você pode falar a palavra corretamente, mas se você usar a cadência, uma cadência que não é comum na língua, você não vai ser compreendido. E eu percebi isso às duras penas quando eu dava aula na Inglaterra, e eu já tinha um conhecimento bom do inglês, só que quando eu estava dando aula, às vezes eu usava uma entoação que os alunos não entendiam. E eu comecei a prestar atenção como eles falavam. E comecei a falar, poxa, peraí, então. E às vezes
Com licença.
Oh, yes. Yes, please, Bob. I didn't see you here anymore. Aha.
I have to. Tenho que sair do grupo agora.
Okay, Bob.
I have to go away now.
Okay, it has been a pleasure to have you here.
So I'm sorry, but I will say goodnight.
And we'll carry on speaking through the group.
Okay, I'll see you again sometime soon. Ciao.
Bye bye.
Take care, Bob.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. So back to track. Isso me pegou. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Bob, understand when do you speak in Portuguese?
Yeah,
Bob understand you when you speak in Portuguese?
He speaks very well. He's been living in Brazil, I think, for 10 years, Mauricio. And he is married to a Brazilian woman. So I think
nice, very nice.
Yeah, he's quite used to Portuguese. He's almost Brazilian.
Oh. Oh, nice. Very well.
Well, I just wanted to finish off to say about the podcast, how powerful podcasts are. And what I mean by podcast, it doesn't mean like you need to record a whole radio show, which is very fun thing to do as well. And I must say that I enjoy doing recording podcasts. But when you record an audio message, and Michaelis knows that very well, when you're speaking on the phone, and you can start like listen back to yourself, that's really when improvement starts to happen. So we're going to be using a lot of messages, like we're going to be sending messages all the time to each other, of course, based on a subject that we're going to be talking about. Okay? And then to finish off this project, on the 21st of December, this is our last day, this is our last group session. We are going to be, by then, our goal, our challenge will be to do a collective podcast. Now, a collective podcast, it will be like a collective radio show, so to speak. You will be featured in our English in the Pocket channel, our podcast channel. and you're going to choose what you want to talk about. If you want to talk about Fiji Island, you're going to talk about the beautiful things you happened to learn when you were living in Fiji or whatever. If you want to talk about Cianorte and your favorite town in Brazil, or if you want to talk about your hometown, Belém, I don't know. You will choose whatever you want to talk about, okay? And of course, during the process, during the 6 weeks, I'm going to be helping you to build this show, so to speak, to build this podcast. And it doesn't have to be very long. It can be only 5 to 10 minutes. 5 minutes is good enough. But that gives you a lot of time to talk and express yourself in whatever subject you may choose. So that is kind of the introduction I prepared. And we are going to be on as soon as this call is finished. There's already some things there in our group that I'm adding already, people who are subscribing, and then we will start interacting and hopefully make the best use of this type of learning journey. So I'm open to questions. I'm open to anything if you like to comment, or it can be in Portuguese as well if you want. Se sentirem a necessidade de falar em português também, não precisamos. Just
5 minutes is eternity.
5 minutes is eternity. You are right, Mauricio. Yes. You are right.
If I know, oh, eternity.
Yes, to talk for 5 minutes, you need to make some work. You need to definitely have some good enough vocabulary, and you need to know where you are, what you want to say, and that's what I want to help you to do. To have the clarity of your message.
Nice.
Do I have everybody's email here?
It's very much.
Sorry, Mauricio. Repeat, please.
Yes, Mauricio remarks. Putting in chat.
Yes, please. And I'll also like to ask Marcos if he can write it for me, because I could send you some. I think I've sent to you already, no, Mauricio? Did you receive?
What?
Did you
repeat, please?
Did you receive my email from English in the Pocket?
I don't know.
Ah.
I'm going to verificar.
I send your email for he
check.
Oh, so check your email. Maybe
if you send me again, okay.
Check your email, Mauricio, because
check
it could be in your spam box. Sometimes the email provider doesn't recognize. So it's from English in the Pocket podcast at gmail.com. Then you may see.
If you can send me again, I like this.
Okay, no, I have sent you, but it's probably in your spam box.
Shaggy, will you put...
Okay.
Shaggy, will you put this information in group WhatsApp's group?
Which information?
Facebook, Classroom, these links.
Yes, Vanya. Now, that's right. So now, from now on, we are going to be communicating through the WhatsApp group, and I will put the Facebook group here. You are already a member. I have already. I will add you. But the Google Classroom, I will send you an invitation through your email. So make sure, I'm gonna write it here in the chat, and I have to remind Marcus to write. Please send me your email as well, Marcus. So the Google Classroom, again, there will be an invitation coming from English in the Pocket podcast at gmail.com, right? So sometimes, again, as I said to Mauricio, your email provider doesn't recognize the inbox, whomever is sending. So it goes into your spam box. So go and check your spam box if it is not there, okay? Because the Google Classroom invitation will come through your email. Now, what is going to be, yes, after this talk, this live session and all the other sessions, they will be recorded. They have been recorded, and I will be sending you this link, but then you will have only 7 days to download it, because it stays in the cloud for 7 days. So you have 7 days to download that. Then you can listen as many times as you want. Okay, then you can save in your computer or whatever is convenient for you. But it's important that you download within the 7 days, because I send it to through WeTransfer, and is a company, they store your files, but then they delete it. And I won't keep them. So it's, if you want to keep them, it's important that you download them. Sim, Marcos, me mande o seu e-mail também para eu te colocar nessa lista. Se caso você pode escrever aqui no chat. You can write below there. So just one quick thing. Just a second, Marcos. Yes, you are. Now I can hear you.
Eu agradeço a sua atenção. Eu vou adicionar o e-mail e vou tentar aprender um pouco mais, porque agora eu estou totalmente perdido aqui no inglês. Muito obrigado pela atenção. Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Have a good night as well to you.
Bye bye.
Obrigado. Obrigado. Tchau, tchau. Good night. Tchau, Maurício. Tchau.
Bye
Good
bye.
night.
See you.
Bye bye. Tchau, tchau. Tchau.
So, have you got any questions that you like to say? Michaeas, would you like to say anything?
I'm almost sleeping, guys.
It's almost 9
I'm trying to keep my eyes open.
Okay, so yes, André, you wanted to say something? We will arrange better times for you, Michaeas. Don't worry.
Yes. I don't know if I have many times in this month, because it's last month in university, and there are many works in the final of the year. But uh, I I think how can I part to participate? Uh, how I am. I will think that uh, if I will make a particular class with you or in group in this week I will think about.
That's fine, Andre. That's fine. See whenever is possible for you, whenever it's convenient for you.
But I believe that my brother yes, but I believe that my brother go to learning after teach me.
And then you guys can arrange something. You, Mauricio and Andre, you guys can arrange, because you're brothers, right? That you will only speak English from now on. And when you get in an argue, like you want to, when you start arguing with each other, that's going to be interesting, because you will need to develop your vocabulary in order to have a more complex conversation, you see. So that's a good arrangement between brothers.
Yes.
So one thing I wanted to say,
Well,
Vanya,
ranger, I don't know what means ranger.
ranger or arrange?
What mean ranger?
Arrange.
Arrange.
Arrange. Yes. Arrange is like to organize, to combine, to put things into place, into perspective.
Oh, okay. Arrange.
Yeah. So now we have Vanya has
Oh,
enrolled.
thank you.
Mikaeus has also enrolled, and maybe Mauricio may. So if you make up your mind, Mauricio, let me know. Send me a message that will get you sorted. So I wanted to ask you, particularly Vanya and Mikaeus, think about. I will be sending you the link. There is a few things already for you to be doing, but and the first thing is to organize a short self description, a short message that you're going to be talking about yourself, and what's your goal with English language. What are you aiming at? What are you looking at? Are you thinking of being able to talk in front of thousands of people? Are you thinking of writing a book in English? Or you just want to be able to watch Netflix without reading the subtitles? So what is your goal with English language? But this will be in the groups, okay? So don't worry, you don't need to memorize anything now. That's what I'm just telling you in advance. And also think of the things that you enjoy. What do you enjoy? Like you enjoy dance. You're crazy about dance. So you know the dancer's name, you know different types of dance, you study about it, well, whatever. Or you're crazy about cinema or movies or sports. I don't know, philosophy. Because I'm going to suggest a few things in the groups that to talk about, but I don't want to make these about my suggestions. I want to make these a collective. So, you know, I need to get your input. What ideas would you like to be talking about? So then I will be looking for materials that we can be sharing together. Of course, I may come up with some ideas, but also I would like to hear from you guys what's a nice thing to discuss. And of course, when in terms of language, in terms of grammar, like the technical side of it, I will be sharing some very important key essence of like the that's the condensed, the most important parts of the grammar. I will be adding these things in the Google Classroom. And the good thing is that the Google Classroom, even after the 6 weeks, is going to stay there. So you can always refer back. You can always look back whenever you want. It's going to be your private place for you to access even after the 6 weeks. And that is going to be a good resource if you want to check anything. But the most important thing is that we get interacting, we get talking, we get reading, we get communicating, because that's going to take us to the next level, and that's going to make you achieve the fluency that you need, Michael, to get the English customers as well, not only the Portuguese customers. He's already asleep.
Okay, thank you.
Almost.
Take it easy, take it easy.
Okay, but
Miguel, get up, stand up.
Okay.
he's worked hard. So would you like to ask me anything? Vanya, you were saying something?
How you what? Repeat.
No, I wanted, do you want to ask me anything?
Please. No. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so Mauricio, would you like to say anything?
I am fine. I'm relaxed. I am here very much, but I speak very small. A little. I speak little. I prefer hear, listen.
It's not true. It's not that you prefer to listen, but that you feel more comfortable listening, and that's the most natural way. You know, it's like children do like this as well. When they're young, they don't speak much, they listen more, but again, after 1 year and a half, 2 years, they start creating the first sentences, then they start to speak up. So it's a natural process. And I think the first great achievement is when you are able to understand more than 80%. Okay, so sometimes, like, we are still getting a few words. Maybe Marcus, that went from the call, maybe he could understand maybe 30%, 20%. And before you get to 50%, you'll get the feeling that you are completely, like he said, I'm completely lost. He said that, no, tô perdido. Because up till 50%,
yes,
it's very hard to make sense. But I can tell you that you can understand me perfectly, if not 90, 100%. I can sense that you understand me well.
perfect.
And I can also feel that Vanya understands me well. And it's completely normal, again, until you build enough words, enough structure in your mind that you can access this automatically. It feels like it's an effort to create a sentence. Now, why I don't like translation?
Tiago,
Yes, sir.
After 2 beers, my brother talks a lot.
Oh yes, I can. I bet.
That's how I learn English. Never be shy. Keep talking.
I enjoy beer, drinking beer.
It is funny, this, no? Because it's true. When we are a little bit high, it feels that we lose the embarrassment just to speak up, and that's what we are practicing here. Of course, you need to have vocabulary. Vocabulary is the most important thing. You need to know words. If I would say that the most important things in order to establish a clear communication is just words and verbs. You don't even need to conjugate them properly. You know, you can put them whatever you want, however you want, and you will make yourself understood if you know enough verbs and words. So that's crucial. So once you get to that step, then you can start putting them together by conjugating verbs or conjunctions and all these things. But that comes in time. And it will come and we will go. It will stay in your memory if you make emotional connection to the content that you are talking about or you are reading about. If you're reading about something that you enjoy, that you like, it's most likely that you will memorize all the words without effort. Now, if you are reading something that you're not really interested, that's not gonna be of much help. Okay, so we've been speaking for the past 1.5 hours, and I'm very glad that we made this far. So again, I'm very happy that English in the Pocket is still on, and we're still connecting to people through this implicit way of learning, through interaction, getting to know new people from different parts of the world, different way of thinking. And throughout these 6 weeks, I'm sure we'll get to know each other better and have more insights to share about each other. Let me just say something. It's completely okay if you need to go for Google Translate, because you say, oh my God, I'm starting this 6-week thing and I'm completely lost. I need Google Translate. Fine, no problem at all. The only point I make is don't make it into a habit. Don't make into the habit of like, what is it? Peraí, eu vou. Okay. That's not gonna work. If you carry on translating. Yes, Miguel, sorry, I didn't get you.
Yeah, I can say I had a better English level before, and then I was living for 2 years in Brazil, and all the time when I need to say something, I was using Google Translator, and now I don't feel self-confident anymore, and I always want to use Google Translator to write something. So I need to work on this, and I also need to not get high all the time and work more to improve my English, because normally yeah, it's okay, you get a little bit high, you are not shy to talk anymore, but then you get lazy and you don't do exercise or nothing. And I was lazy for many years, and I'm almost 30 time anymore.
I hear you. So let's get our work done.
Your English is good, Miguel.
Thank you, guys.
I hear you. Yes, if you want to get to the next level, you have to put some serious work down, because you're not going to achieve the next level until you really, pay the price, so to speak. And paying the price just depends on us, really. And that's why I feel like it helps when you have some kind of sense of goal, and that keeps you motivated but also with a sense that because there are so many things to study, you know, sometimes we almost don't know where to start. We're just like, should I start verbs? Should I read? Should I do this? Should I? So how to do it? So sometimes it's very hard. So with a little bit of sense of direction, and that's what I am to be delivering throughout the 6 weeks for you, a sense of direction. Go this direction. Don't get astray. Don't get confused. Don't get diverted. Just go straight line. You know, I guarantee fluency is on the way. And you will notice when you start dreaming in English, which is very nice thing. Some of you maybe already have dreamed in English. Have anybody of you have dreamed in English before?
Only bad dreams.
Only bad dreams.
Only bad dreams.
Well, that's the beginning. We have to start somewhere. No?
like my boss shouted in English. This is the only dream I have.
Well, there you go. You know, you have to start somewhere. It's interesting thing because my kids, they are bilingual, right? The mother is English, I'm Brazilian. But when I'm telling them off, when they did something wrong and I want to say Malachi, da, 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 I will speak in English. It seems that it goes straight into the brain. and when I'm speaking nice things, I speak in Portuguese all sweetly and meu filho, stuff. But I want to tell him off. I tell him off in English. I don't know why. It's some conditioning. But anyway, so yes, it has been very a pleasant call to have you guys here. I have recorded this call and I'm going to probably put it in our YouTube channel if you don't mind. If you do mind, it's too late, don't worry. No, I'm joking. But yeah, that's the intent. I would like to share this with more people. But the other calls, the other live calls, the group live calls, and the private classes will all be confidential. So just because this is an open call, the first call of the journey, so people know what's happening. But the other calls will be only shared between me and you, so you don't need to worry about anything. So it's going to be our confidential learning journey. Of course, we'll be interacting with each other, so it's not going to be that confidential. But yes, it won't be in the social media. That's what I mean. So are we good?
Hi. Thank you for your class. Thank you for your timing. Thank you for your passion. And see you.
Well, thank you, Andre. Thank you for being a faithful friend and a faithful English in the Pocketer. One of actually you are one of the oldest members of the English in the Pocket community, Andre. So I should give you a star, a English in the Pocket star. Old member, veteran member. Very nice.
Thank you, Jaggy.
Thank you. Thank you, Mauricio, for joining us. It has been a pleasure as well. I can see you are on a good path concerning your English language. I think you can develop very, very, very quickly.
Thank you, Chagi. I understand much, and I enjoy participate in the group. Thank you.
Very nice. We'll speak very soon.
Bye bye.
Okay, take care. So Vanya, thank you so much for having attended. I will be in touch with you, okay, in private, and we will organize. We will study a nice plan for your English development.
Tiagui,
Yes.
Tiagui, tomorrow is a good day for my brother Mauricio, because tomorrow is your birthday.
I see. Haha, Mauricio. How old are you turning tomorrow, Mauricio? Tell us. How old would you be tomorrow?
43. 43.
43. Ah,
Yes. 43.
There's a lot of carnivals.
that's a lot of
What?
carnivals.
There's a lot
Because
of carnivals.
You know, I'm
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I was also born. You were born in 1975, then, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
I know that because I'm 42.
75.
I was born in 1976.
Oh,
You
nice.
see? So next year I'll be 43.
Oh. You 76?
I'm from, yeah, I was born in 1976.
You born 76?
Correct.
Oh, nice. What? How month? How
Which-
month you born?
Which month?
Qual mês?
I was born in May.
Which month? Okay, May. Nice.
Me too, May.
Ah, you're also from May. Excellent.
April.
Okay. But you are much younger than us, Mikael, I can tell. You must be around your like 27 something.
Yeah, I'm 27, but in life experience, jobs experience, I'm 40.
You're 40. Okay, you're a very experienced man. Okay. All right. Very good. So, my friends, it has been a pleasure talking to you. I will be in touch very shortly. And I will, now I have Mikael's profile as well. I will add you into the WhatsApp group, Vanya as well. And for the rest of you, I wish you a very good night. And I'm here connected almost 24 hours. And you can reach me in my WhatsApp anytime. And by the way, in the group, in our 6-week, in the English in the Pocket free group, we only speak English. In our in our 6-week English group, this group that's starting tomorrow or tonight, we are going to be 100% English only. If you need to speak Portuguese to me, you may do so in our inbox. So we keep the group only English. But if you have any question, if you're confused about anything or whatever, then you may write to me in Portuguese or speak to me in Portuguese. But in the group, we keep it 100% English. It's very interesting. It is a nice experience. Okay. So good night, Mikael. Well,
okay, have a nice night to all. See you guys.
Okay, we'll
See
see
you,
you all
bye-bye.
soon.
I'm going
Have
to
a nice
sleep
night,
now,
Michael.
but
Bye bye.
you all are welcome and feel free if you have any questions to me. I will answer it as soon as possible. Okay? Have a good night, all you all.
Very nice.
Thanks. Good night.
Thanks, Michael.
Bye. I really need to sleep now. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye. See you everyone.